What skills can a poor 19Y/O learn to help make an income and get further in life? Skill 1. I went from being homeless at 17 to a comfy life at 21. I recommend a few things. For most people, quick cash only, and can talk well enough. Do sales. It's hard, but even the worst make at least 30G. I did that for a year and was terrible for my first 2 months, but the boss liked me enough to keep me around long enough to learn and leave on good relations, connections, and with 50G, you can really grow your network there. If you're good at sales, stay at it, don't just leave. This tip is for people who feel like they don't have any marketable skills and need to make more than your average Walmart employee. Learn a skill. Computers, accounting, medical, financial. Anything in these fields guarantees a nice start out of college. I'm personally doing CSCI and have landed a comfy job that lets me study on duty. Never stop looking for another job. I stayed as a cashier at JCPenney for 2 years, which was way too long, and I started looking when I became homeless. I went from $9/her part-time to $21/her full-time plus benefits, and I did this by enhancing my resume with any marketable skill I had, however minute, and doing well on interviews. Even though this job I'm in is perfect, I still look out for the next perfect job casually. Reach out. Friends, family, your classmates, your coworkers, anyone who remotely likes you can give you directions to a job that you'll like. Even give someone a good word for you. I get discounts and steady side jobs because I talk to people about my career and my skills and ask them to put in a good word for me somewhere from time to time. Don't sell yourself short. It's going to be very easy to get depressed or want to just lay down and not think. But in these tough times, you need to keep moving. Even if you hate yourself, you need to keep moving. You'll learn to love yourself if you just keep at it, and if you display confidence out to the world. If no one else is gonna help you, at least help yourself. You can do this. I believe in you. Skill 2. What do you feel inclined to do? Are you a technical guy or more of an expressive person? If you're not a hands-on kind of guy, welding will not interest you. If talking to people is easy for you, sales are huge. All companies want to grow. People that can sell are worth a fortune if they are good. Along this same line, marketing. Whether it is online, mail order, or email, marketing is a well-paid skill. You really have to decide first of all, how you want to live your life. I remember just wanting to make 50. I was making about 30 at that time. 100 plus seemed like a dream. I was a machinist. Nobody was paying the kind of money I wanted, so I ultimately started my own business at 28. I had learned enough by that time to do this. Being the best employee I could be meant that I was always involved in decision-making. Those key positions allowed me to have the confidence to head out on my own. I will be retiring in 4 months at 55 years old. Now I couldn't live on 100. I'd have to cut my lifestyle. My best advice would be this. Find a job that has huge potential. Remember, making cookies is a huge business. It doesn't matter what it is, just find something that you can be passionate about. Then learn everything you can about every aspect of the business. Be the best employee the business has ever had. Then you'll have options. Keep in mind one other thing. No one will pay you like you will pay yourself. Sales jobs are great until they cut your territory. So if sales is your thing, ask the company how often they cut territories. If you can, focus on things like selling real estate. Commissions can be huge based on your own efforts. Every day that you wake up, tell yourself, if it is to be, it's up to me. Then don't waste time. Find a decent job to get you something. Then start working on the master plan for your life. P.S. I forgot one thing. You called yourself poor in your question. Get rid of that mindset. Making money has nothing to do with resources. It has everything to do with resourcefulness. I also had nothing, just a desire to keep getting better. Skill 3. I'd say rather than skills, attitude is what you need. Maybe with a little bit of skill, in being balanced. At school, work, stop effing around and work. Get places on time. Be interested in what you're doing. Do the extra bits. Be your class rep. Take part in everything you can. Your social life improves. You meet more people. You'll have more fun. Looking for a job? Make the calls. Put real effort into it. Take what you want. It's not going to fall into your lap. Take care of yourself. Eat right. Put aside some time for exercise at least 3 times a week. Take it seriously. The way this affects the rest of your life is hard to overstate. You feel better. You sleep better. Your concentration improves. You feel more relaxed. Socially, dive in. Smile. Go to the same grocery shop regularly. Talk to that cashier. Say hi. Smile. Make conversation with the people you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Ask your classmates/colleagues out too. Whatever it is you want to do with your pals. That person you like. Stop D-ing around and effing ask for their number. Ask them out. People are not their labels. Make no assumptions about anybody. They all live lives as complicated and nuanced as yours, and their personalities reflect that. All of this stuff bleeds into every aspect of your life. Take no shit from yourself. You'll find yourself procrastinating less and less. Those little niggling problems are things you'll be knocking straight on the head as soon as they appear, because you're now an active participant in your own shit. I'm not saying to not have fun. Sure, party. Don't be scared of going out and eating a whole pizza in front of your friend's TV when you're chilling, or going out and getting your drink on, smoking some trees with your pals, whatever. Just don't let it negatively impact your goal to be the best you. Eating junk more than once or twice a week. Dial it back. It's way more expensive. Sitting up late smoking/drinking/gaming/chilling, so it begins to impact you getting up early to get working on your improvement/future. Gotta fix that. This is your skill. Balance it. But more important is your attitude. Be hungry and don't half-ass stuff. Put the pedal to the metal and go. What the hell is holding you back? For every single person alive, there's a better version of them. There's more they can do or a better balance to strike. Don't procrastinate. Spending hours and hours doing nothing useful is a short-term payoff. Sure, you can do it sometimes. But don't let it be what you do. Balance. Find the better you. Skill 4. This suggestion is for someone who might not have gone to college or even have a high school diploma, but still has the mental capacity for problem solving, typing, verbal, and basic computer skills, some Excel, Word, various email platforms, freight forwarding, and logistics. You can get an entry-level job pretty easily. They'll start you off probably opening files, taking phone calls, printing documents, etc. But once you understand the concepts, you can start climbing the ladder. Work hard and be willing to go the extra mile for the clients, and hopefully you will be rewarded. Now, disclaimer here, not all companies treat their employees fairly, and some do get taken advantage of, and never get a chance to get to a supervisor or managerial position. If that's the case, well, at least you got experience, and can find another job in the field pretty easily. There's not much pay at the entry-level position, but if you put in the time, it could eventually pay off well once you become a manager. Customs brokerage also falls into this category. Skill 5. I know this is a bit late, but here it goes anyway. This isn't so much a skill as it is a trait. Wherever you go, try to learn everything, or as much as you can. When I worked at Walmart, I was scheduled for sports and automotive. Due to lean staffing, I frequently had to tell customers XXX is on lunch. Please wait a few minutes, or I had to say I can't help you. I don't know how. That gets embarrassing after a while. I got sick of it, and over the course of 2 months or so, I had everyone teach me their jobs. I would cover my debt, the fabric cutting table, paint mixing station, layaway, pretty much half the store. It's the same at my career job now. Too many people here either don't know how to do a part of their job or just fly out suck at it. If you want results and to make yourself look good, you have to bite the bullet and do their job for them. It sucks, but in the end, it makes you look amazing. I work in it doing anything and everything you could think of with technology, but I have gone out with Public Works to learn their job and what they do. Partly because I'm curious, and partly because it helps me serve them better when I know what they are doing. The same goes for my finance and community development departments. I actually had to take state sales tax info from CDIS, merge it all together, and put it on a pretty spreadsheet because the finance director had no idea how to do any of it. Thankfully, after the fourth time, my boss said no more because I didn't get so much as a thank you. Learn how to take something apart and put it back together. It doesn't matter if it's a computer, a car, or a washing machine. This is a huge skill that will pay for itself many times over both at work and at home. It will make you valuable in any career and will also save you tons of money at home. Social skills. I don't mean just knowing how to say hi without sounding like a brain-dead mouth breather. Learn the psychology of social interactions. Learn how to read people, interact with them, guide a situation to where you want it. There is so much going on subconsciously when people interact, and there is more science behind it than you realize. Posture, body language, facial expressions, types of eye contact, tone of voice, even where you are standing in a room all play large parts in interactions. Don't ever be afraid to stand up for yourself. I walked out of Walmart for being taken advantage of and terrible communication across the store. I threatened my current boss that I would go to HR if he ever hit me in anger again. We are very friendly and do weird things to each other all the time. But that was over the line. I told off another manager in front of everyone else for shitting on me. I don't want to sound like a whiny bitch here. I prefer a laid-back work environment where I can be silly, make and laugh at dirty jokes, and rib someone and get ribbed back. But if my line is crossed, I defend myself. Skill 6. If I could go back to 19, here's what I'd get started on right away. Start building your credit. Get a credit card. And once you have income, use a small portion of your credit allowance to pay for mundane things. Gas, fast food, whatever, just keep it cheap and don't overdo it. Every month, pay it all the way down. This step requires a lot of self-control. Live frugally. Don't buy that new video game, or those new kicks, or that new vape. Save your money. Be a hardcore saver. Here's where most people will start to think this is impossible and begin downvoting. So buckle up. Save until you have $10,000 to $15,000 in the bank. It's a big number, but it's just a number and is just as achievable as $100 or $1,000. Just remember this quote. If you think you can or you can't, you're right. Saving this much does multiple things. Financial security. Lost your job? No worries. Just find another and your savings will float for a while. Financial security. New job is promising, but the starting pay is less than what you make now. No problem. Take that job, and if you need help, your savings are there. Financial security. Have the time off work to go see family, but still need to pay the bills. No problem. Go see your family and use some of the savings to pay your bills. Mortgage time, baby. Use most of your savings as a down payment to purchase a home. You can get great deals by purchasing a home you'll be living in. If you're in the military, holy shit, this step is even easier. Once you acquire said home, it's time to house hack. This means sharing the space in your home with tenants that you choose. Got a 3-bedroom home? Great. Live in one room and rent out the other 2. Your tenants collectively pay you enough to either cover your mortgage or cover most of your mortgage. Congrats. You are now essentially getting paid to live in your own home. Now that your housing expenses are much less than they were when you were stuck paying rent, you can start again at step 2. Living frugally to build a savings, and begin saving for your next home. Every time, it'll be a faster process. It's like a snowball. Within 5 to 10 years, you're a real estate investor with income whether you decide to work or not. Time to live life the way you want to. I'm 22, and this is my plan. I wish I would have gotten started earlier. I'd be much further along today. Either way, the future is bright. If this timeline sounds like something you're actually interested in, let me know and I can provide all kinds of sweet resources. If you take one thing away from this comment though, let it be this. There's a book called Set for Life by Scott Trench. If a life of freedom from mandatory wage-paying work is something you desire, let that book be the catalyst. It's not a trick or a scam or a scheme or a cult. The author doesn't get paid for anything you do after buying the book. I don't get anything out of it for recommending it to you. It's simply a set of instructions on leveraging the wonderful world of real estate to boost your position in life. It's eye-opening. Skill 7. Step 1. Enlist. If a job is simply selling your time for money, then this is the best bang for your buck. Step 2. While enlisted, earn as many certs and licenses as you can. Enroll in online courses. Get your Series 7 insurance and real estate licenses. Incorporate out of a P.O. box and get a DBA so you can get your wholesaler's license. Get an auto dealer's license so you can flip cars. Get an inspector's and appraisal license. Earn all of your tech certs. Get a good MOS so you can use your training in the civilian workforce. Take as many courses as you can while enlisted. Step 3. Make Uncle Sam pay for your education. Get into a lucrative career field and study your D off. Your businesses should be running at a profit by this point, depending on how much time you invested growing them. By now, you should be in your late 20s and on your way to your first million, as long as you didn't do something stupid, like have a child, or overextend your lines of credit. Good luck.